Thank you very much, Lopa. Needless to say, a very warm welcome to everybody. We are so delighted to host this women, but a special thanks to UN Women, India, and the Ford Foundation. And very honored to have the Executive Director, Seema Bahus. She's yet to come, but I think I can say that. And Ford Foundation President, Darren Walker, amongst us. Thank you so much. Well, I will start with the India story that looks very, very positive. And let me say that under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, you would recall, many of you, that India's G20 presidency had ushered in a new era of empowerment with a profound focus on women-led development. Now, this is the change. This is development and growth being led by women in India. So through the concept of Amrit Kal, those of you who are Indian here, where Nari Shakti shines, India last year had guided the G20 towards championing women's progress globally. Our presidency of the G20 had ensured 6 impactful international conferences and facilitated 86 virtual meetings, becoming a beacon of hope for gender equality. Now, colleagues, many of you know that Prime Minister Modi has a vision for a fully developed India, or a Vikasit Bharat, by 2047. So India aims for Vikasit Bharat by 2047, necessitating the full and equal participation of women. The government of India recognizes the immense power through women's meaningful participation, shifting from women's development, as I've already said, to women-led development. We hope to ensure that women will lead the way. Women will lead the way to a developed nation as contributors. Now, this is very important, as contributors, rather than passive recipients of development benefits. Accordingly, a multifaceted strategy is being implemented to empower women by addressing their health, safety, education, employment, and entrepreneurship. The full spectrum, so to speak. These initiatives aim to ensure gender justice, equality, and the full participation of women in shaping India's socio-economic, political, and cultural landscape. Now, just as one instance, for the safety of women, a robust network of 759 one-stop centers provides integrated support and assistance, benefiting over 8.3 lakh women. We are delighted that Seema has joined us. Welcome, Seema.
Thank you.
Another example, the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program targets the root causes to prevent female feticide, resulting in an improved sex ratio at birth from 918 to 933 females per 1,000 males. Then our education system promotes gender-sensitive curriculum and need-based education through the new education policy, resulting in parity in the gross enrollment ratio for girls and boys in higher education. India boasts, by the way, many of you might know this already, but India boasts one of the highest proportions of women enrolled in STEM disciplines globally at 43%. Isn't that fantastic? To address gendered poverty, India promotes sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth through initiatives like the JAM Trinity and financial inclusion targets. Women hold over 55% of accounts opened under the Prime Minister's Jan Dhan Yojana. All of you who are Indian know this. Recognizing the importance of digital literacy, there is a scheme called the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Digital Saksharta Abhiyan, which has enrolled over 52% women beneficiaries. Self-help groups connect around 100 million women, transforming the rural economic landscape. And over 4 crore houses have been built for the poorest, with benefits availed only if it is in a woman's name, or at the very least, in joint names. Then gender-responsive budgeting has seen significant increases with the latest allocation for this financial year exceeding US $37.3 billion. Now, maternal health, as you all know, it remains a priority with a significant decline in India currently in the maternal mortality ratio from 167 to 97. Frontline health care through the ASHA program and the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana supports expectant mothers with financial support provided to over 3.31 crore mothers. Collateral-free loans through the Mudra Yojana support women entrepreneurs with 1 out of 5 non-farm businesses, 1 out of 5 non-farm businesses and 45% of manufacturing enterprises led by women. The Stand Up India and Startup India schemes have benefited women entrepreneurs with 10% of funds reserved for women-led startups. India has also provided access to clean cooking fuel for 10 crore households, safe tap water for 14 crore households, and we have constructed over 13 crore household toilets, reducing time, poverty, and the care burden on women. So I just want you to appreciate the scale and the speed as well with which all of this has been delivered. Sanitary napkins are now 100% tax exempt and sold through government stores at ₹1 per pad, enhancing accessibility. And turning to the presence of elected women representatives, we boast over 14 lakh elected women representatives, making up 46% of the total representatives in panchayats and municipal corporations. This is at the grassroots level. And further on, the Women's Reservation Bill 2023, which is last year, reserves 1/3 of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies, empowering women leaders from panchayats, which is the grassroots level, to the parliament at the center. And that is not all. Our women today, women in India today are conquering the skies. India has 15% women pilots in civil aviation, which is significantly higher than the global average of 5%. How about that? Patent filings by women has also increased by more than 500 times since 2014-15, from 15 in 2014-15 to 7,698 in 2022-23. And to add to that, there are over 67,000 women directors across over 55,000 startups. So at the very least, our women are not lagging behind as far as being entrepreneurial is concerned, and the numbers are growing every day. But we will not stop here. We have miles to go to realize the dream of a developed India. We envision an India where women are self-empowered and not dependent on anyone, where she can make independent decisions and take risks without fear. So I think I should stop here, but I do hope that the panel discussion will generate a wonderful conversation as well as subsequent cooperation to take decisive action towards women's leadership in development. I look forward to hearing the experiences of all of you and the other women leaders who have all of you graced us with your presence. Thank you very much, and back to you, Lopa.